Smite celebrates 6 years with free goodies and grim omens. League of Legends kicks off April Fools a little early with some crazy skins. Last Oasis starts off its early access on Steam, and after almost 2 years running, MapleStory 2 decides to pull the plug. What's good, everyone? James Blonde here with your weekly recap for gaming news and announcements for the week of March 27th, 2020. And starting out the news this week, Revelation Online has officially launched Skyward World, its largest expansion to date. New in this expansion is Vorus, the world above the clouds where you'll encounter all new enemies and treasures. You can even tackle the all-new 10-player raid, Raise the City of the Demon Gods. That's actually the name of it, which probably has some sort of record for the longest raid name. Of course, no expansion is complete without all new abilities to unleash, new cosmetic items to unlock, and battle companions. Again, the expansion is live and available now. But speaking of new updates, Ylands 1.2 update, Astonishing Adventures, has launched recently and brings with it a whole host of new features and improvements alike. Golems, elves, and goatmen are now available as random encounters and to add to custom games. New fantasy elements are also available, giving you more to flesh out in your own little custom worlds. Terrain tools got a huge boost in both performance and functionality, and with the UI overhaul in this update, you can really craft worlds to your heart's content. It's also a really big week for Smite fans as the Grim Omens update launched alongside the Lightbringers Battle Pass. Oh, and did we mention it's also their 6th anniversary? Good job, Smite. Players can look forward to weeks of free goodies, amazing sales, and probably so much more. Grim Omens continues the story from the previous update, with quests giving up tons of skins, including the absolutely incredible Totem Caller Ho Yi skin. Meanwhile, the Lightbringers Battle Pass provides players with both a free and paid track, offering over 100 rewards, most sought after being the Celestial skins for loads of different gods and goddesses, not to mention gems and other account bonuses. Rank split has also been implemented with this update, which should result in a much smoother transition to each player's appropriate rank division. Next up in the news, Rogue Company gave us some new information on gameplay in an all-new trailer. As a team-based third-person shooter, Rogue Company looks to set itself apart with high graphical fidelity and a variety of characters and weapons. From what we've seen so far, as you can tell in this trailer, emphasis has been placed on movement, with wingsuits, zip lines, and more showcased. Rogue Company doesn't exactly have a firm release date outside of 2020 just yet. On a slightly similar note, Warframe fans have something to celebrate this week as Operation Scarlet Spear has finally launched after a 1-week delay. This 4-week-long event offers 4-player missions, either on the ground or in a railjack aerial fight. In addition, the team has revealed Titania Prime will become available to players starting March 31st across all platforms, with European and Japanese release on April 1st and 2nd, respectively. This Prime Access frame provides all new weapons and accessories for players to enjoy. Beyond all that, League of Legends is getting a bit spacey as it begins its Galaxies 2020 event. The special event runs until April 27th, and you'll have to choose whether to side with Cosmic or Dark Cosmic Lux, as the event's outcome will determine which border will be chosen. With or without one of the passes for this event, there will be missions to complete and rewards to earn, so make sure you check out the info below. Oh, and there's also a few great April Fool's skins hitting the game a little early. If you enjoy survival MMOs, you'll be pleased to know that Last Oasis has been launched on Steam into early access. In this game, the Earth has stopped rotating, and survivors need to escape the ever-encroaching sun as it scorches the world to ruin. You'll travel the world in style on your walker, a wooden wind-powered machine that serves as your mobile base. Gather what you can and barter with other players using things you don't need. And most of all, survive. Wonder if toilet paper is a currency in this game. Who's to know? Kinda sounds like my kind of game. I've been digging these trailers, that's for sure. While we never want to report on an MMO shutting down, MapleStory 2 is closing its doors for good. Despite the rampant popularity of its predecessor, MapleStory 2 apparently failed to capture its audience in quite the same way. I'm pretty sure it missed it by a big margin. Several events are planned from now until the servers go offline, so fans of the game can actually give it a proper farewell. The game is set to be canceled on May 27th, less than 2 years since its original release date in the Western markets. Sad day. Speaking of shutdowns, Chronicles of Elyria, a kickstarted MMO that never really got off the ground, has been canceled. Well, sort of. In a strange blog post to the community, the dev studio's CEO went on for a little while about the development achievements in the last year before announcing that the studio was out of money altogether and that all the employees have been laid off. While there was a bit of vague talk about maybe Elyria could become something else, there's no promises as to what, or when, or even if. It's a long read, but if you're curious, go check out the link below. Now from shutdowns, we jump into new game announcements, kinda. Gloria Victis has announced a brand new spin-off game called Gloria Victis Siege. The theme of this game is playing as the civilians trapped in a sieged castle, which offers up a mix of survival, simulation, and strategy as you try to survive or escape your miserable situation. I'm pretty sure we're all in a sort of miserable situation, so it's very fitting. It's a real interesting twist on medieval strategy games, that's for sure, and while it's going to be a single-player buy-to-play game, I figured it's worth a mention. But speaking of survival, games nowadays have to do what it takes to stick out and survive, and that's got to be why the survival shooter Vigor is headed to the Nintendo Switch. Vigor is already available on Xbox One and plans to extend over to the Switch for complete cross-platform play, and according to the dev team, both parties will benefit from faster matchmaking times due to an overall larger player base, and it may even allow for deeper matchmaking systems that creates an interesting mix of various Outlander types in one single encounter. A separate team is working on the Switch version of the game, and they are taking signups for closed beta starting now. So if you've got a Switch and have run out of games to play during quarantine, head over to vigorgame.com/switch to sign up for closed beta and practice your survival skills. Who knows? You might even need them. But with that said, that's about it for all the major news and announcements for this week. Be sure to stay safe and keep your families healthy. Like always, you can find more information on the news topics linked in the description below. Feel free to discuss the news or even more news in the comments below. And don't forget to like, subscribe, wash your hands a whole lot, hit that little bell icon to get notifications, and of course, share this video. But until next time, guys, that's going to be it for me. I'm James Blonde. See you out there, gamers.